Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best record players in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 11. Sony PSLX310BT record player. If you're looking to marry old school hi-fi with new school cool, this Sony spinner is the best record player for you. The big draw is Bluetooth support, which you can use to send that rich, analog audio via the digital, wireless domain to a pair of Bluetooth headphones or a wireless speaker. On top of that, the tone arm action is automatic, so the needle will find your record's groove via a button press and will extricate itself at the end with no intervention necessary. Crucially, the PSLX310BT record player also sounds great. Detailed, punchy and direct, this is a deck that reveals the details lurking in the depths of those vinyl grooves and brings them to the surface in fun, bubbly fashion. Number 10. Lenco L85 record player. It looks like a kid's toy, and is almost as cheap, but the Lenco L85 is actually a semi-automatic, belt-driven turntable with a built-in phono stage and the ability to record via USB. It's as plug-and-play as vinyl gets. It's old school enough. It comes with a pair of RCA cables so you can plug the L85 into your stereo amplifier and get started straight away, but it's 21st century enough too. A USB port means you can convert your vinyl into MP3 files. A great starting point for anyone who's just getting into vinyl or digging out their old records from the garage. Number 9. Project Jukebox E Bluetooth turntable. Now for something a little different, a Bluetooth turntable that not only allows you to spin your favorite albums, but also lets you stream music through it too. This is made possible on the Project Jukebox E Bluetooth because of RCA inputs and outputs, its own amplification and a receiver. It's a neat and versatile twist on the other turntables on our list. Vinyl sounds great, offering a balance of dynamic space and warmth, while the mid-range price makes this a serious contender for your next purchase. To borrow a phrase from baseball, this is a multi-tool player. Number 8. Audio-Technica at LP3 turntable. Those suitcase-style turntables you see almost everywhere you look these days are designed to bridge the gap between vinyl enthusiasm and analog actuality by building everything in and making it as hands-off as possible. But let's not beat around the bush. Some of those suitcase turntables sound less than stellar, and unless you're boarding the vinyl train for entirely hipster reasons, as a louder reader we certainly hope that's not the case, you simply must do better. Better is the Audio-Technica at LP3, which has a completely automatic action. Start the record at the touch of a button and finish it without lifting a finger, but sounds downright excellent for the money, with a balanced, natural sound that doesn't mask your tune of choice. If you're looking for a great Audio-Technica turntable, this is the one to go for. Number 7. Clear Audio Concept record player. If you're not familiar with the Clear Audio Concept turntable by now, the idea is essentially getting the most exceptional sound you can from your records at this price. Simplicity is a big part of this package's charm. Unlike some rival designs, which require patience, a steady hand and a passable grasp of mathematics to get working, the Concept is a plug-and-play product straight from the box. This is a fabulously finished deck. Speed is controlled by a hefty rotary dial, and the whole thing operates with the sort of solidity more readily associated with outside water closets. I really can't see anyone turning down the Clear Audio Concept for a lack of talent. It is as clean, rhythmic, detailed and spacious as you'll find for the money, not to mention engaging and entertaining. A conceptual masterpiece, you could say. And it comes with a cost to match. Number 6. Riga Planar 1 record player. If you are after fancy features such as Bluetooth and USB recording, the Riga Planar 1 isn't for you. Heck, it's one of the only turntables in its bracket that doesn't have a built-in phono preamp, which means you'll need an amplifier that's got one or will need to factor in the cost of an external unit. What it is, though, is the best-sounding turntable available at this sort of money. If you want to hear your just bought or much-cherished records just as intended, the Riga is how you do it. And don't go thinking this is a cold, complicated deck. On the contrary, it produces a really fun sound and is pretty straightforward to set up. If you're prepared to be just a bit adventurous, this is the deck to buy. Number 5. Project Debut Carbon Evo, the first of 3 entries in our list with a project slant, and with good reason, as the Debut Carbon EVO really made me sit up and take notice. It's priced in a similar bracket to the Project Jukebox E turntable, so what do you get for your hard-earned cash by choosing this particular model? Perhaps the biggest difference is the inclusion of a rocker switch at the bottom of the unit, which allows you to change speeds from 33, 45, 78 RPM with the simple push of a button, no need for a manual kerfuffle. The Project Debut Carbon Evo also boasts improved suspension for more solid playback. And let's face it, it looks Part 2 thanks to its stylish and sleek design. Number 4. Technic's SL 1500C turntable. The price of £899 might not scream entry-level to most people, but the modern iteration of Technic's is best known for its £3,000 SL 1210 and lauded for its £14,000 SL 1000R. So this SL 1500C is decidedly entry-level by comparison. This Technic's turntable is a thoroughly modern unit with direct drive, so there's no belt to mess about with, a built-in cartridge and integrated phono preamp. It's also semi-automatic, so while you have to place the stylus in the groove to begin with, the tone arm will lift from the record at the end without you needing to lift a finger. But what's most impressive about this next-gen turntable is how amazing the SL 1500C sounds. Clean, organized and dynamic, it takes a digital approach that digs up all of the detail on that big, black slab, but it's not cold and unfeeling in the way of a high-res music player. In short, it's as straightforward as vinyl gets, and it sounds amazing. If you've got $1,000 to drop on your analog habit, this is the best record player to spend it on. Number 3. Sony PS-HX500 record player. On paper, the Sony PS-HX500 record player's big selling point is that you can use it to rip your vinyl records, in high-res, no less. Of course, with our digital setups, that's incredibly useful, but the best reasons to buy it are that it's exceedingly simple to set up, has a built-in phono preamp, and that it sounds great. This Sony turntable will make the most of your cherished vinyl by playing and even recording it. Just plug in your Mac or PC and download Sony's bespoke software, with all of its detail, clarity, and texture intact. But it doesn't require a degree in audio engineering to set up, and you don't need to buy a phono stage on top. It's the perfect choice for the first-timer determined to take vinyl seriously. Number 2. Audio-Technica at LP120XBT USB record player. Taking some visual cues from the legendary Technic's SL1200 SL1210, the at LP120XBT USB might be a mouthful, but that doesn't detract from what's lurking under the hood. For starters, you get pitch control and a high-performance direct drive motor and an integrated and switchable phono stage. But two of the coolest features include a USB output so you can convert your records into audio files, plus wireless aptX Bluetooth connectivity, so you can beam your sounds to your vinyl headphones or the nearest and loudest Bluetooth speaker. This deck is easy to set up and has a built-in phono stage, meaning you're ready to plug and play straight from the box. If you're serious about getting the best from your vinyl, but don't have a huge budget, this is a wallet-friendly record player that will last you years. Number 1. Riga Planar 3 record player. The original Planar 3 is now over 40 years old. Yet, amazingly, if I were to put it and this current version side by side, I think most people would be hard-pressed to spot any differences beyond the smarter plinth and updated tone arm. Under the skin, almost every part had been revised since the last iteration, the P3-24 of 2007. And yet the core character remains. This Riga turntable is an unbelievably clean and clear performer that doesn't impart its own character on your records. Everything you throw at it will sound just as it should, packed with detail, punch, rhythm and impeccable tonality. You can also buy the Riga Planar 3 with added Ellis 2 moving magnet cartridge, which will add a handful of cash to the purchase, but the extra outlay is worth it if you're looking for top-drawer performance and crystal clear audio. If you want to hear your vinyl as intended, and why else would you be embarking on this analog adventure, this is how you should do it. The best record player around right now, bar none.